October 24th, 2017. Beautiful morning in the valley, a giant wall of fog laying over the valley. It's absolutely spectacular this morning. I don't know, it's probably around 50 degrees outside, nice and cool. Fall is not here yet, but it's trying to get here.
Welcome back to Ray's A-Frame Adventure, episode 19. So, what's on the agenda for this episode? Well, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of building in this episode. It's going to kind of take a little tour of the property, hang out in the fog a little bit, and see what happens. Okay, let's get to it.
December 17th, 2017. Got back to the cabin tonight. Been gone for a while. And this is, I don't know if you can see anything here. Probably not.
Nope.
So I got my headlamp on it. This is the darkest I've ever seen it on the mountain here at night.
I knew I should have ate my carrots.
Just pitch black because we're actually like, there's just fog sitting in. We're kind of in a cloud here.
Woo!
And I was wanting to see if you can see this. Don't know if you can see this, but
See what?
there's just
The silvery leaves.
I don't know if it's frost, a little bit of frost there, or just some mist, and it's just misting, and so some of the foliage there is like light, and, just has a like glow to it.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought maybe it was frost, but I think it's just moisture on these leaves. It's just like almost like crystalline, but when you touch it, it just it's just got a real silvery look to it, to the bottom of those leaves, but just reflects the light. I just thought it was pretty cool.
Okay, then.
Anyway, it's dark.
Yeah, people call that nighttime.
Of course, I'm thinking to myself, it's dark because I call it night, but
Hello?
I wanted to see if you could see my... There's the breath breathing.
Dude, you're seriously bored.
Hey, I was born in South Florida. We never got to see our breath down there. I think it's cool.
I don't think you can see that. I'm just entertaining myself here. Hey, it's dark. There's nothing else to do. It's wet. Kind of freezing here at the moment. I'm going to go inside the cabin. Of course, there's no heat in the cabin at all here. There's no heat source. So I'm going to go in here and snuggle up, put my thermals on, and get in my sleeping bag.
Welcome to Jedi Training 101. Tonight's training will be sleeping in sub-freezing temperatures. Doesn't that sound like fun? Okay. It doesn't sound like fun because it's not fun. Good night.
December 18th, about 6:30 in the morning. Got here last night. It was dark, of course, last night.
Yes, we covered that.
Do you need to go back to bed?
No, I had a bad dream about this creepy Jedi guy.
Super dark because of the fog. And,
That's weird.
so 6:30 in the morning, completely fogged in here on the mountain.
Yeah, hope I don't see him again.
Shake it off. Let's go for a walk.
Right behind you.
So, on the site, there's an old homestead. Looks like this was the cellar with the entrance area coming down into it here. And the old stone walls. This is probably an old home site up on this little knoll.
Where's the TV?
They didn't have TV back then.
What? It was the Stone Age.
My friend Rachel wants to come up with a metal detector. I have heard that they found lots of coins that they used to use, and this is a mining area. This used to be a little mining town that they would have to use at the company store. But over here, you can see that this is brick here, so this must have been part of a fireplace at one point. Of course, now there's large trees going, so I'm guessing this is, large trees growing. Did I say going? Growing. Anyway, large trees growing here, but I'm guessing the area I'm standing on was probably where the house sat, and then that being the cellar there again. So just a nice little old site. Hiking up the south ridge of the property here in the morning fog.
Wow, that's neat. Looks mysterious.
Yeah, especially in the fog. You can really let your imagination run wild.
And I was wanting to see if there's a path that led all upside the mountain here. Not a road or an old logging trail, but I did hike up to the top underneath the bluff here.
When I hike the mountain on days like these, it makes me feel like I'm in a scene from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Gollum or some orc to just pop out behind the rock. Or maybe even Big...
Don't say it.
Say what?
Bigfoot.
Thank you.
Check out this neat rock formation where the rock must have been wet and soft still and got formed into a curved shape before it hardened up. So I wanted to try a little bit of video near the fire here.
is. It's okay. It's a little cold on this side, and it's boiling hot on that side.
Okay, about 40 degrees in the evening out here on the mountain. Got a large bonfire here burning up some old scraps of wood and lumber and trash and stuff. Also gonna shower out here in the mountain, so I've got my jug here. It's sitting next to the fire warming up, and I'm gonna have to shower off. Obviously it's nighttime, didn't make the sunlight as far as showering off. Got my clothes to change in here. Another bottle of water. That was about half full, but you can see that side there got a little toasted because it was too close to the fire. This thing's getting hot, so we'll get started here showering off here in a minute once the water gets a little warmer, and probably in the 30s by that time, but as long as I stay close to the fire, everything will be good. Note to self, next time you probably ought to get a metal coffee pot or something to boil the water in instead of just doing the jugs, because the top is melted on. As you can see, that one's blistered quite a bit. This one's not too bad. I kept it away from the fire and it's full, but I'm gonna have to move it around a little bit. I'm gonna try the slow-mo.
Wow, that's cool. Well, actually, I guess it's hot.
Yeah. Anyway, while we're watching the slow-mo fire here, I want to tell you what happened when I went to shower. I soaked up with a little bit of water that I had in the one jug, and then when I went to get the other jug, the lid was completely melted solid onto the jug, and I couldn't get it open, and I had left my knife and machete up near the car, so I was all soaked up, and I had to run up to the car to get this stuff in my birthday suit, freezing to death, all soaked up, and so I could come back down and cut the container open.
I don't think I'd let that story get out too much.
Yeah, it seems funny now, but it wasn't funny at the time.
Yeah, let's just keep this story between us friends here. After all, we do want people to subscribe to this channel, right?
Mum's the word.
Besides, I'm trying to get that word picture out of my head. Oh, I can see the nightmares coming already.
Cold is only the state of the mind. Right now, my mind is freezing!
January 8th, it's cold out. It's actually warming up a little bit above freezing at the moment, but icicles up on the mountain. Really pretty. But it's gray and raining at the moment. No snow, unfortunately. I wanted to see some snow versus just ice. And ice in the puddles and some ice down in the creek. I can hear it roaring though. I can't see through there, but most of it's melting.
Young Skywalker, only now do you understand the power of the frozen side. Don't you mean the dark side? No, the frozen side. Yeah, whatever.
January 10th came up a few days ago and learned just a few days ago that I would have to have a rough-in electrical inspection after all, which was news to me. So I guess I'm going to have to do that. I got that scheduled. The gentleman's supposed to be up here shortly here. Just kind of a pain in the neck getting paperwork and stuff done for that. Because then before I could do that, I needed a septic permit. So that's $500. So they had to make me get that. And then I needed a 911 address before they would give me any of that, which when I called them, they said since I'm more than 1,000 feet off the road with the cabin, I have to have a road name for the driveway coming up, which takes probably another week or so. So welcome to the world of regulation. Isn't it great?
Where's the paperwork, Wazowski?
Moving forward, though, I should also mention that it's been bitter cold till now. Today's warmed up. It's in the 50s or so, but it's been below freezing for 8 or 9 days, I guess. So pretty cold, but the ice is all melted off in the creek pretty much. And it's warming up.
Good. No more nightmare showers.
Welcome to Jedi Training 102.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Tonight's training will consist of learning to focus and avoid all distractions. Breathe in. Breathe out. Focus. Focus. as I say, focus.
So I'm sitting here looking at a list of names from the county, trying to come up with a road name that goes up right at the center of my property. And I realized I'm sitting here watching the sunset and the sun over the valley, as you can see behind me, that this is probably the first time I've sat here for more than, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe, shoveling down some snack or lunch or something, and then getting right back to work. As I'm sitting here just enjoying this, it's cool out, probably in the 50s, but just beautiful. The sky's clearing up a little bit. It's been cloudy most of the day, but just sitting here quietly at sunset and just thinking and praying and just asking God what he wants me to do with this property, whether to sell it, move on to the next one, or to keep it, or
What?
anyway, just a variety of things whirling around my head, but as I'm coming up with the names, I'm just realizing, man,
We'll
it's just
talk
really
later.
nice to sit here and take time out every so often. I guess we need to do that in life, and I'm probably notoriously bad about that. It seems like I'm always on the go.
You? Nah.
But anyway, it is beautiful.
I know you can't see anything, but believe it or not, that's like the sun setting behind there. Obviously it's down, it's dark out. And I'm just waiting out here for the inspection, rough and electrical inspection. They told me the inspector will come out till about 8 o'clock. I'm thinking he's not coming up on the mountain now, personally. But we'll
Survey says
just hold out hope here.
nope.
Lights over the valley. So it's getting cooler, and I'm just sitting out here waiting. I'm kind of hungry. I wish I'd go into town and get some dinner or something.
Yeah, I'm hungry
Oh, we'll see.
and bored.
Young Ray Walker, only now do you understand the power of the boredom side. Don't you mean the dark side? No, the boredom side. Oh, okay. No reason to shout. Inner peace, inner peace.
January 11th. Well, I waited last night for the inspector to come up. He never showed up. Waited till 7 o'clock in the evening. They said he'd come out late, but he never did.
Surprise, surprise.
At any rate, it's a cloudy morning this morning. Just dark. And definitely going to get some rain later today.
I'm going back to bed. Can we wrap up this episode?
But very beautiful, though, even though it's a dark, dark cloud with a ray of sunshine there in the valley.
All right, that's a wrap.
Welcome to Jedi Training 103. Tonight, we will learn how to overcome boredom in 2 steps. Step 1. Make stupid videos of characters from movies. Step 2. Send them to your kids.
Okay, let's turn this off. Get back to work. I can't stand sitting here that long. All right.